Hi, readers. I am very excited for our last and final bend of this unit because it is all about sharing the series books that you have just read, which is awesome. And I know that the ending and the share part of lessons are your guys' favorite parts because you get to be creative and come up with cool ways to share your love for the series in general, or maybe even your favorite book in the series. So, for today's lesson, we are talking about when readers love a series, they can't keep it to themselves. So, we're going to talk about ways we can share our series with others. So, when I was your age, the kids in my class and I often sang a song called The Magic Penny. So, let me sing it to you. Now, I'm not the best singer, so don't make fun of me. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many they'll roll all over the floor. So, to me, the message of that song is that you need to share your love. It is a message that has a lot to do with books as well. When I read a great book, everyone I know hears about that book. I carry it with me all day long and bring it up in conversation all the time. Maybe one day I'll be riding on the bus and the book is under my arm and some stranger says to me, "How do you like that book?" And pretty soon, we're talking about the ending or about a really funny part. And yes, that was my dog who was shaking his head. Now, maybe another time, I'll be eating pizza or drinking coffee, and the book's sitting right there on the table, and people walk by me and pause, asking, how do you like that book? Pretty soon, we are rereading the best parts of that book and talking all about them. So, I decided to change up the words of that song a little bit to make the message really about books. And I want you guys to sing it with me. We're going to sing it to that same tune. So, here it is. Ready, set, go. Books are something if you give them away, give them away, give them away. Books are something if you give them away, you'll end up reading more. If you love a book that you've just read and you can't seem to get it out of your head, give it, lend it, recommend it, because books are something if you give them away, you end up reading more. Today, I want to teach you that when you love a book, and especially when you love a whole series, you cannot keep that love to yourself. You can invent ways to get others to love that book or that series of books just like you do. So, I'm going to show you a few ways that some people came up with on how to share a book and give away the books we love. Now, it's going to look a little bit different than this, like if we were in school, because unfortunately, the books that we are reading in the whole series is online, so you can't actually hold the book and put notes in the book because you will not be able to give them to others. So instead, we are going to be thinking of how we can share online about our books and share through Padlet. So we can actually still use a lot of these ideas that I'm going to talk about. So I know that someone came up with the idea that maybe you can write Valentines to each other about books that he thought you should read. And maybe another cool idea is you write nominations, and we've all written nominations because we've already done that in writing, and we've awarded a book and wrote a very nice nomination of a book, and we got to share those with others, so you can actually choose to do that again. You can create a game. So to do a game, you might be able to come up with a lot of questions about the book or the series and maybe try to have others answer those questions. You can still act out parts of your book if that's how you want to share it. Maybe you want to share your favorite parts and act it out, because on Padlet has a few very good things about it and will help us with coming up with ways to share. So, as you already know, you can type on it. I probably wouldn't choose that option just to type on it because that might take a while. Instead, if you wanted to write a nomination or you wanted to write, maybe make up your own kind of note or Valentine's note or some other note, you can actually write that on a piece of paper and you can take a picture of it and upload it onto Padlet for people to see. That way you don't have to type in that small box on Padlet, and you can add pictures on your paper if you choose to do that. So that's another good way. Padlet also has the option of video recording and voice recording. So you may choose to do that. You could act out your favorite parts if you really wanted to. Um, you could video yourself talking. Um, Maybe you want to actually video yourself reading your nomination instead of posting it. There are many different things that you can do, and you do not have to use one of these ways. You can actually come up with your own way, and that is going to be your independent work for today's lesson. So, I want you to think of how you might share your favorite book in the series, or you can share your love for the whole series and talk about the books as a whole series. So, whatever way you choose, you will have to be able to eventually upload it to Padlet so others can see. You are not starting this project right now. Right now, you are only going to think about how you want to share it. That is all for today's lesson. So I do not want you already completing the whole thing, because then you won't have anything to do for the next lessons. So do not go ahead. The good thing about Padlet, as I said, is you can video record, you can voice record, you can upload pictures of things. So if you did want to make um, a nomination or a game, or maybe you want to make a poster and have a whole poster about your book, um, you can choose whatever is best for you. Maybe you don't like writing too much, or maybe you don't think you're very good at drawing. Then don't choose those ways. Choose whatever way that will be the most fun to you and that will work best for you. Um, when you have an idea of what you want to create or how you want to share it, I want you to upload it to Padlet. Because one, that'll give others some ideas, and two, that way I'm able to see what your idea is and to see if that will work for Padlet. And if I see that you might have to choose something else, or if I need to know a little bit more information about the option you chose, I can message you or contact you and talk a bit more of what you want to do. So, in order to get some more inspiration, it might help to reread either your favorite book in the series or reread some of your favorite parts or sections to make your idea even stronger. Because maybe you're looking at your favorite book and you read this one part and you go, "Ooh, that would be really cool to act out," or "Ooh, I have a really good idea of what to do now." So, rereading will help you come up with an idea of how you want to share. So, again, the only thing I want you to do is you might have to reread a little bit. Um, and I want you to brainstorm and come up with a cool idea of how you would like to share. And then you will upload it to that Padlet link. That is all I want you to do for today. Do not go ahead and create your whole project right now, because then you will have nothing to do for our next lessons. It's a whole process that we will work through. All right. So I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with and what you think and what you choose. Again, upload it to Padlet. And if you're not confident in what you chose, reach out to me and I can maybe help you come up with an idea. Or if I don't think that idea will work for Padlet, I will contact you. So we will all have something to share, which is so exciting. So that is all for today's lesson, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.